Hello, it's Angela, and welcome back to my channel, Literature Science Alliance. Today, I am going to do the library love tag. I was tagged by Ramsey from Rajathon, and I love libraries, so I'm doing this tag. So I looked through the prompts. I didn't feel like I needed to prepare super a lot. Watch this all come back to haunt me. But I figure I'll just read them off and give you my top of the head responses. So, when did you first go to the library / get a library card? So, I don't know the exact age. I would have been very young because we had libraries in my neighborhood, and that was a go-to place for my dad to take us after a daycare or something like that, especially in the summer. I just remember loving it and wanting to be there all the time. And there was a high school that was right next to a library, and it wasn't the high school I would get to go to. And I remember as a kid being like, I want to go to this high school because it's next to the library. But anyways, so a long time. I didn't start using it as much till recently, though. So how often do I use the library? Weekly, sometimes more than once a week. I live in Boston, so I'm close to a lot of the libraries. So if I need something, I'll put in a hold, and once it comes in, I'll go. It's like a good excuse for a 20-minute walk, and I'll go pick it up. All right, number 3. Have you ever had a late or lost library book? I might have had a late one as a kid. I wouldn't remember. But as an adult, my ebooks are always late. Not that they know that, but I perpetually keep my ebooks on my Kindle with airplane mode on until I've read everything. But physical books, I'm actually super kind of anal about. Taking them in to be on time is part of why I think I get things read so quickly. I mean, the late fee is like 10 cents a day, so it's not a big deal. But I have not made them late, or at least for sure lost. Gosh, I've never even lost one of my own books. But, so that's me being, it's probably some slight OCD there. And let's see, what is the favorite thing about my library? So, I primarily use the Boston library system, but there's also the Minutemen library system that I'm allowed to use that pulls from a lot of the communities in the Massachusetts region. And what I love about both of those systems is that they have multiple library branches, and you can choose where they deliver your books to. And I'm sure a lot of libraries have that, but it's so nice to be like, well, this is, the library I'm close to, I live by, and they will take it from a library 4 miles away and drop it off there. Now, does it take some extra time? Yes, but I don't have a car, so this is way more ideal for me. So that's something I really love. In general, I think when I do go into them, they're just really nicely set up. They have so many good resources. Everyone's always so nice. It's just a great place, and I don't know, I wish I had more excuses to go there, but I tend to be a very focused library person. So, that leads into number 5. Are you a browser, or do you plan what you check out? I plan. Yeah, I am at work, not doing work, figuring out what holds I want to put into the library. And then if it's a book I really want, obsessively checking my holds. So that's what I do. I go through my Goodreads and put things on that I want to get to. So yes, very much a planner. I have not browsed since I was a kid, honestly. Usually all my browsing is at bookstores. Not that I buy things that I browse with at bookstores, but that's where I browse. Name a book I took a chance on from the library. I mean, that's almost, if it's a new author or a new series, that's every book. That's part of why I started using the library. I can't afford, if I paid for all the books I read in a year, I would need a much more lucrative job than graduate student. Gosh, I read 70 books last year. If each of those were, say, let's just pick a number, let's say $12, which is not a number for most of those books. Oh, that's still a lot of money that I don't have. So, and I mean, most of the time, I love the books that I pick up. It's very rarely that I'm very disappointed, so. All right. What is the best book you read from the library? Recently, that would be The Great Alone. That's one I read in February, and it's my first, new favorite of the year. Not my only 5-star, but it's the book to beat at the moment. So I got that from the library recently. But like I said, I get almost everything from the library, so most of my favorites. All right. Have I ever taken the same book out multiple times? No. I mean, I don't know. If renewals count, then obviously yes. But very rarely, if I haven't finished a book by the time I'm allowed to go through the renewals, I probably won't get to it. Like there's something stopping me from reading it. So yeah, I haven't actually had to do that. And let's see now, number 9. Have you ever read a good book set in the library? Yes. I actually did think about this while Rajathan was doing his, and this is a great book. Everyone pay attention. It is The Library at Mount Char. This is a fantastic book that nobody talks about, and I would show you a copy, but I don't own one. It's on my list of things to one day spend money on. It is such a fun book. You have these orphan children who are taken in by this man and live in his library, and they each learn like a skill. Now that sounds fun, but it's actually a really dark book. I just had a great time with it. It gave me Umbrella Academy vibes, if you've watched that show or read those comics. It's not exactly like it, but I had just finished watching Umbrella Academy when I picked it up, and it really resonated with me. So that's a really cool library with like the answers to the universe in it. And these children grow up there and then use those resources. There's like this great revenge plot, which actually books like Whoa just talked about Library at Mount Char for books that have women's rage in like a positive light. And I do agree. So Library at Mount Char, please someone else read it so I can talk about it. It's just such a good book. Anyways, have you used your library's ebook and audiobook library? Yes, extensively. I might have also gotten my hometown's library access to get their ebooks. I now have Libby. I didn't have it before because I could almost get all of them through the Kindle. But now that I've been trying to listen to audiobooks, I've been using Libby for that because it's just easier on my phone. And then, which is the best library you have ever been to? This is a loaded question. Is this best as in like, I don't know, like it has the most like academic works? Is it best as in it's the prettiest, but I would never actually take a book out of there? I think the prettiest is the Jefferson Library in DC. I really loved going through there. It had a lot of Greek and Roman inspired art, which I am a sucker for. And also the Boston Library downtown, like if you go to their main central location at Copley, they have a really beautiful mural section. And it's also a functional library, like a modern library and a old library like mished together. And I really enjoy that. So yeah, one of those two probably, but it's hard to say best. I mean, if you give me a book I want to read, you're high on my list. I did actually get Tangled, the DVD from the Boston Public Library downtown, so maybe that one's higher. What would make you use your local library more? I mean, I don't use its space per se, but I use it a lot right now as like a resource for books and movies and shows. So I think I'm using it fine. I don't know. I guess I could maybe be going to more of their meetings or things like that, but I'm also just really busy. I don't have the time. That's more of a me thing, not of them not providing me with something interesting thing. So, yup. All right, and now I will tag a few people off the top of my head because I did not prepare like a dummy. So, who to tag? I'm just going to go into my YouTube real quick and see who I find. All right, I'm going to tag Bedtime Bookworm because I haven't tagged her in a while, and I know she uses her library, so I'd love to hear her thoughts on that. And I would like to tag Reads with Rachel. And my last tag will be with Sarah Hart's books. Because I feel like I think all these people use libraries, hopefully, and hopefully you haven't done the tag before. I've done zero research into this tagging portion of the video, so yeah. But thank you again, Ramsey, for tagging me. This was pretty fun. Hopefully you guys don't mind my rambly library thoughts. I love libraries. They're great. All right. Comment below if you love your library or, you like the video or subscribe, all those things. You can also do nothing. I just hope you have a great day. Bye.